Goa, Beyond Beaches, A Journey Through Time, Culture and Charm. A documentary by Learn the Land of Goa's shimmering coastline, paddy fields, spice plantations, bustling Panjim streets, and ancient forts. Subtle Konkani music and ocean breeze sounds play. Welcome to Learn the Land, the channel where we travel beyond postcards and dive deep into the heart of a place. Today, we bring you to Goa, a land where the sun kisses the sea, where every stone and street hums with history, and where cultures blend as naturally as the tides. To the world, Goa is often simply beaches and parties. But as we'll discover today, Goa is a mosaic of ancient civilizations, colonial encounters, living traditions, natural wonders, and timeless charm. Let's begin this journey, where time itself seems to flow like the Mandovi River. Slow, layered, and endlessly fascinating. The ancient Goa, birth of a cultural crossroad. Our story starts not in shacks or churches, but thousands of years ago in the dense forests and rocky plateaus of prehistoric Goa. At Uskalimal in South Goa, archaeologists have uncovered over 100 petroglyphs, some dating back 20,000 to 30,000 years. Images of bulls, labyrinths, and human figures carved into laterite rock reveal that Goa was home to some of India's earliest settlers. By the 3rd century BCE, Goa had already entered the annals of history as part of the vast Mauryan Empire, ruled by Emperor Ashoka. Ashoka's spread of Buddhism left its mark here too. Ancient stupas and inscriptions whisper of monks and merchants exchanging ideas along trade routes. Later, under dynasties like the Satavahanas, Chalukyas, and especially the Kadambas, circa 10th to 14th century CE, Goa flourished as a thriving port called Gopakapatana. Ships laden with spices, cotton, and precious stones sailed from Goa's harbors to the distant shores of Arabia, East Africa, and Southeast Asia. The Kadambas championed Sanskrit and Konkani literature, built temples like the Mahadev Temple at Tamdisarla, and fostered art and learning. This era firmly established Goa as a melting pot of traders, travelers, and thinkers long before the Europeans arrived. The Portuguese era, 451 years of global influence. In 1510, the horizon changed forever. Portuguese explorer Afonso de Albuquerque sailed into the Mandovi estuary and captured Goa from the Bijapur Sultanate. Thus began 451 years of Portuguese rule, the longest by any European power in India. Goa was swiftly declared the capital of the Portuguese Estado da India, making it the beating heart of Portugal's Eastern Empire. Soon, Goa earned the title Rome of the East, as churches, convents, and cathedrals adorned its skyline. The Basilica of Bom Jesus, with the relics of St. Francis Xavier, became a pilgrimage center drawing people from continents away. The Say Cathedral, Asia's largest church, and Church of Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception, with its elegant white facade, still grace Goa's cultural landscape. But Goa, under Portuguese rule, wasn't just bricks and mortar. It was a fusion of civilizations. Konkani absorbed Portuguese vocabulary. Words like janela, window, sapato, shoe, and batata, potato, became part of daily speech. Cuisine transformed. Fiery pork vindaloo, buttery sana, and luscious babinka dessert were born. Dress evolved. Goan women draped Navvari saris with Portuguese-style blouses, and houses were built with azulejos tiles and ornamental balcaos. Goa also became a crucible of global trade. Horses from Arabia, spices from Kerala, silk from China, and gold from Africa all passed through its harbors. The Inquisition, 1560 to 1812, though controversial and harsh, also shaped religious life and social structures here. Yet, Hindu temples and traditions survived, often moving deeper inland to escape colonial restrictions. The Shanta Durga, Mangeshi, and Mahalsa temples became sanctuaries of continuity and cultural resilience. Freedom and identity. Modern Goa emerges. When India gained independence in 1947, Goa remained under Portuguese control, isolated politically, but very much Indian in heart. After 14 years of diplomatic efforts, on December 19, 1961, India launched Operation Vijay, liberating Goa, Daman, and Diu in just 36 hours. Goa became a union territory, and finally, in 1987, India's 25th state. Since then, Goa has embraced its dual heritage, proudly Indian, distinctly Goan. Today, Goa's literacy rate is among India's highest, nearly 89%, and its Human Development Index ranks at the top. The Konkani language, written in both Devanagari and Roman script, thrives in literature, theater, and music. Culture alive, festivals, music, and art. Goa's cultural calendar is as vibrant as its sunsets. The Carnival, a legacy of Portuguese times, is a riot of color, floats, and street performances every February. Sao Joao, the festival of leaping into wells, celebrates fertility and community bonds with music and merriment. The Shigmo Festival, Goa's version of Holi, lights up villages with traditional parades, folk dances like Fugdi and Dekni, and bright gulal powders. Music courses through Goan veins, from the mando, a graceful fusion of Indian and Western melodies, to the Portuguese fado, and from Konkani pop to international trance festivals like Sunburn and VH1 Supersonic. Art flourishes in fontaines, where galleries, street murals, and artist studios dot colorful Latin-era buildings. Mario Miranda's whimsical cartoons immortalize Goan life, while modern creatives revive azulejo-style art and hand-woven textiles. Goa today, beyond the beaches. Of course, Goa's coastline is legendary, from bustling Baga and Kalangute to serene Agonda and Kola. Water sports, yoga retreats, sunset cruises, and seafood feasts abound. But venture inland and another Goa greets you. The Western Ghats, a UNESCO World Biosphere Reserve, shelter tigers, leopards, and over 400 bird species. Dudsagar Falls, cascading like milky curtains from 300 meters high, enchants travelers. Spice plantations in Ponda offer immersive tours, where vanilla vines, nutmeg trees, and black pepper trails awaken the senses. The Karao Islands Salim Ali Bird Sanctuary is a paradise for birdwatchers, while Divar Island invites cycling tours past sleepy hamlets and rustic chapels. Goa's markets are microcosms of its eclectic soul. The Mapusa Friday Market, the hippie Anjuna Flea Market, and the bohemian Arpra Night Market brim with jewelry, spices, handicrafts, and global street food. The rise of ecotourism, sustainable stays, wellness retreats, and even digital nomad cafes is reshaping Goa for a new generation. One that seeks meaning, balance, and slow travel. The Goan soul. Susegad and timelessness. Perhaps what makes Goa most enchanting is its spirit of Susegad, a Konkani word loosely meaning contentment, relaxation, and balanced living. It's visible in afternoon siestas, in the way fishermen mend nets at their own pace, and in the smiles exchanged in village taverns over a glass of fenny. Goa teaches you to slow down, to appreciate not just destinations but journeys, and to find beauty in both grand cathedrals and quiet mangrove backwaters. As the sun sets over Chapora Fort and the sea glows amber, one realizes Goa is not just a place, it's a feeling. A blend of East and West, ancient and modern, celebration and contemplation. This is Goa, a land to learn, a land to love, a land to return to, always. You've been watching Learn the Land. If you felt Goa's soul today, subscribe and join us for more journeys into places that breathe history and humanity. Until next time, Susegad.